Hi, welcome back to another episode of Leaping Lizards Jr. Are you ready to learn with reptiles?
Leaping Lizard Dinner.
So as you may have guessed from our last video's clue, this week we're going to talk about a certain type of snake. And our snake friend we have today is a California kingsnake, and his name is Gordon. Now, kingsnakes live all over the United States. They also live in northern Mexico. But this particular type of kingsnake lives in Oregon, California. Where's he going? Oregon, California, New Mexico, Arizona, southern Utah, and northwest Mexico. They are usually found in arid spots or desert, dry spots, but they can live in grasslands or woodlands as well. And they are usually found slithering on the ground, but they can climb and swim. California kingsnakes like Gordon can live to about 10 to 15 years out in the wild, but in captivity, they can live to be about 20. So Gordon and his brother Franklin, who we also have, are 13-year-old California kingsnakes. Can you count 13 snakes with me? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Great job. Do you see what colors Gordon is? So Gordon actually has a pattern. And a pattern is a design that repeats over and over again. So his pattern is black, white, black, white, black, white, and so on. So let's guess what the next color is going to be in our pattern. Ready? Let's do it together. Black, white, black, white, black. Very good. Gordon has a color pattern. So some animals use camouflage, which means that they try to use their coloring to blend in to their background and to hide from the predators. Not these snakes. California kingsnakes use their bright colors to scare and confuse anything that wants to harm them. A lot of times in the wild, bright colors mean beware. So predators know to be cautious around animals that are bright and shiny. By using quick, jerky movements, the kingsnake's black and white bands somewhat shine and scare a predator. The bands are also confusing. Imagine you're a bird looking for a snake snack. You're looking down on the kingsnake and you spot it easily because it's black and white in a desert. But as you swoop down to grab him, he starts moving really quickly. It's very easy to get confused as to where the snake begins and where it ends. So it'll confuse predators just enough that he can get away super fast. So you can say that kingsnakes are pretty sneaky animals. Did you know that the words snake and sneaky begin with the same letter? Do you know what letter makes the sneaky and snake sound? That's right, it's an S. Snakes also shed their skin. So they do this as part of a growing process, but also to remove any harmful parasites that may be on their skin. The snake shed usually comes off in one long snake-shaped shed. So the video that you're seeing right now is one I took of a Sonoran mountain kingsnake named Sierra. The shed starts at her head and she basically wiggles her way out of it. This process can take a very long time. So usually after the shed, a snake will go in their hide and rest until eating time. Shedding takes a lot of work and energy. Snakes also like to hide as well. So they will use burrows or underground homes of other animals to go in the winter when it's too cold, or in the summer when it gets really hot. They kind of go through a little thing called brumation, which is sort of like the reptilian form of hibernation. So this is Gordon's favorite hide or house to live in. This is his favorite place to sleep, his favorite place to just relax. Do you see what shape his favorite house is? It's a rectangle. So why are they called king snakes? Well, king snakes usually eat things like mice, rats, lizards, frogs, and eggs, but they also are the king of snake, and they eat other snakes, including venomous snakes like rattlesnakes. So how do they do that? How can they get bit by a rattlesnake and it not have an effect? If you and I got bit by a rattlesnake, we would have to go to the hospital immediately. These guys, though, have over generations evolved to build up a resistance to a rattlesnake bite, the venom of rattlesnakes. Over many generations, they have developed this. They don't have to get bit when they're babies in order to become immune or have this resistance. It is actually in their blood. They are born with it. So it's pretty much like a superpower. So in order to find their food, they actually use their tongues to smell. So they use their tongues to pick up chemical particles in the air. So when a snake is flicking their tongue out like this, they have a forked tongue, and it can actually help them pick up scents from 2 different areas and allows them to figure out what area the scent is coming from and what side or direction the scent is coming from. So when you see a snake flicking out its tongue, it's just getting a feel for its surroundings, checking for any threats, food sources, and just getting a feel for the land. So once they find their food, they are actually constrictors. So they will bite the food, and then they will wrap around it really tight and squeeze their prey, and then they swallow it whole. These guys can actually eat something a little wider than they are at their widest part of their body. Their jaw can get very wide because their lower jaw bones aren't connected as one piece like a lot of other animals. So they can open very wide due to their unique lower jaw. A lot of people ask, well, how in the world, when they're eating something that big, can they breathe? Well, they have a really cool way of doing that. They have what is called a glottis inside their mouth. And what they do with that glottis is they can shift it and extend it outward to the edge of their mouths to breathe. They use it kind of like a snorkel. They have teeth, but they don't use them to chew. They will use them to bite. And the only time they really bite is when they are biting into food to try and grab it to constrict it, or if you scare them or you're hurting them or something is scaring them and they want you to go away.
I am a king snake. I am a king snake. I like to slither, swim, and climb. I am a king snake, a king snake. I smell with this tongue of mine. I have no arms, no, and no legs either. Bones and muscles help me get around. I like to eat mice, I eat eggs, and other snakes I'll surely gobble down. I am a king snake, a king snake. I have bright bands to scare predators. I am the king of snakes, a king snake. Watch out, I'm a constrictor. I am a king snake, a king snake. I'm important to my habitat. I am a king snake, a king snake. Be nice to me and I will be nice back. Yes, be kind to me and I will be kind back.
So I get asked, do snakes have bones? Yes, they have a lot of bones. Snakes actually have about 300 to 400 bones. The adult human being only has 206 bones, but these guys have 300 to 400 bones. Their bones are what help them be so flexible. So snake skeletons have a skull and a jawbone, as well as a backbone with many vertebrae. and there are ribs off of each vertebrae. So it's sentence time, everybody. So let's read a cool sentence that we can make up. So let's find some words that rhyme with snake. So how about snake, the name Jake, bake, and cake? So if we want to make a sentence out of those words, maybe we could say, the snake named Jake is going to bake a chocolate cake. Thank you so much for watching this video today, and if you don't want to miss out on any more of our Leaping Lizards reptile experiences, make sure to grab a grown-up and hit like and subscribe at the bottom of this video, and that way you'll get notified when we get a new video up. Also, you can check us out on Instagram and Facebook at Leaping Lizards Reptile, or our website, which has a few fun printable activities and information on booking an event with us in the southern Utah area. The website is leapinglizardsreptileexperience.com. So what reptile do you think we will talk about next? I will give you a hint. They are slow and steady, and they can literally live for hundreds of years. See you next time.
I love it. He's even bigger than me. Oh my god.